If I told you that Venezuela could vanish from the map in a matter of hours without even seeing the first missile coming? It sounds exaggerated, but that is exactly what would happen if the United States decided to unleash its full power. Because while Maduro parades with rusted rifles, the Pentagon already has invisible fighters, strategic bombers, killer drones, and submarines with nuclear capability deployed, all built to annihilate without warning and without setting foot on enemy soil. For years, Washington has poured billions of dollars into an arsenal that leaves no room for mistakes or responses. And if that arsenal is pointed at Venezuela, the war would not last weeks. It would last minutes. Today, on TechZNX, you will discover the 7 real, lethal, and operational weapons the United States could activate at any moment. 7 machines designed to destroy before anyone can stop them. So get ready, because this is not science fiction. It is the most feared military power on the planet, and it's ready to fire. Let's begin. Top 7. MQ-9 Reaper. You don't see it, you don't hear it, but when it appears, it's already too late. The MQ-9 Reaper doesn't need to land on your soil to tear you apart. From the sky, this lethal drone tracks, follows, and annihilates with surgical precision. Designed for asymmetric wars, in a lightning intervention it would be one of the first assets to activate. It flies at more than 15,000 meters, out of reach of almost any Venezuelan air defense. It can stay airborne for more than 24 hours, patrolling entire zones, identifying enemy movement, and marking high-value targets for coordinated strikes. But it does not just watch, it fires. It carries Hellfire missiles and guided bombs like GBU, which makes it a fully lethal platform. And the most chilling part, it can operate networked with other drones, fighters, and satellites, creating an intelligence and fire bubble that gives no respite. Hiding in the jungle, it finds you. Moving at night, it follows. Think no one sees you? It does. In a scenario like Venezuela, the Reaper would not be just an aerial spy. It would be the executioner. It would eliminate convoys, improvised bases, enemy leaders, and communications equipment without risking a single American life. One MQ-9 can change the course of an entire operation. A whole fleet turns the sky into a controlled hell. Top 6. AC-130 Ghostrider. If you think a warplane just drops missiles and leaves, think again. Because the Ghostrider does not just bomb from afar, it stays above you, watching, aiming, and shredding everything that moves for hours. This monster is the most brutal version of the legendary U.S. Close Air Support aircraft. It's armed with a 30mm automatic cannon, a 105mm artillery piece, yes, artillery mounted on an airplane, and a 125mm gun that can level buildings with a single volley. All of that firing with surgical accuracy thanks to its electro-optical targeting system and infrared sensors. Over Venezuela, the Ghostrider would not need to land. It would fly at night, silent, and turn any barracks, convoy, or narco hideout into a storm of fire that leaves no survivors. Its sensors can detect a pickup truck from kilometers away, and its operators can decide which caliber finishes it off. But the worst part, it can remain aloft for more than 8 hours, orbiting an area like an invisible predator. And it needs no escorts. It is accompanied by drones, intelligence planes, and electronic warfare systems that make it an impossible fortress to bring down. When you hear Ghostrider, you are not talking about a combat plane. You are talking about an aerial killing machine designed to cleanse entire zones and leave only ashes. If this Titan appears over Venezuelan skies, no jungle or mountain will save you. Top 5. F-22 Raptor. When you see the F-22 Raptor in the air, it's already too late. This 5th-generation stealth fighter is not only invisible to radar, it can eliminate its enemies before they even know they are being hunted. And if the United States decided to deploy it against Venezuela, the result would be brutal. The F-22 can fly at speeds above Mach 2 without afterburner, allowing it to move at more than 2,400 kilometers per hour while remaining concealed. Its extreme maneuverability and super cruise capability mean no regional aircraft could even compete. It is superior in the air in every sense. But it's not just speed. This Predator carries long-range air-to-air missiles like the AIM-120AM, RAAM, and short-range AIM-9 Sidewinders, enabling it to shoot down multiple targets from great distances. And for strikes on the ground, it can carry precision-guided bombs that fall with surgical effectiveness. Unlike other fighters that need escorts or external support, the F-22 can operate alone, cross continents, and return undetected. Its electronic warfare, integrated sensors, and stealth make it a silent killer that strikes and disappears. In an offensive against Venezuela, it would nullify air defenses in minutes and hand the sky completely over to the Pentagon. The F-22 Raptor is not just a technological jewel, it is a death sentence for any opposing air force. If this fighter takes off southbound, there will be no safe sky. Top 4. USS Gerald R. Ford. Forget everything you thought you knew about aircraft carriers. The USS Gerald R. Ford is not just the most expensive warship ever built. It is a global destruction platform capable of initiating warfare from any point on the planet. This floating monster displaces more than 100,000 tons, measures more than 330 meters in length, and is powered by 2 nuclear reactors that give it unlimited energy for more than 20 years without refueling. Literally, it can sail without stopping for decades, operating as a mobile airbase just off any target country. But its real power is what it launches. The Gerald R. Ford can deploy up to 90 combat aircraft, including F-35 fighters, electronic warfare planes, attack helicopters, and stealth drones. Its electromagnetic catapult system, a revolutionary technology, allows it to launch aircraft faster, more often, and with fewer crew than any carrier in history. If the United States positioned it near Venezuelan coasts, it would change the military balance in a matter of hours. It can launch continuous air operations day and night, saturate enemy airspace, destroy radars, military bases, and strategic infrastructure while never touching land. Moreover, it is protected by destroyers, nuclear submarines, and missile shields. Attacking it is practically suicide. It is the centerpiece of U.S. naval dominance, and its mere presence off a nation's shores is a strategic threat. The USS Gerald R. Ford is not a ship. It is a warning, and if it moves into the Caribbean, the storm is about to begin. Top 3. B-21 Raider. You don't hear it or see it, and when you realize it's there, it's too late. The B-21 Raider is America's newest stealth strategic bomber, designed to do one thing: penetrate enemy defenses, destroy key targets, and disappear without a trace. It's the jewel of the Air Force, the invisible heir to the legendary B-21 Spirit, but with far more lethal capabilities. It can fly thousands of kilometers without refueling, carry nuclear or conventional weapons, and attack from extreme altitudes without being detected by even the most modern radars. Most disturbingly, it can be piloted or completely autonomous. The enemy won't even know if they're being attacked by a machine or a human. And we're not talking about prototypes. The B-21 Raider is already operational. Its technology has been developed in secret for years, with a budget exceeding $70 billion and with the full support of the Pentagon and contractors like Northrop Grumman. If the United States decided to launch a surgical strike on Venezuela, the Raider would be the first to cross the skies. It would destroy command centers, air defense systems, energy infrastructure, and communications in a matter of minutes, without anyone seeing it coming. It's a shadow that brings death, and if it appears in your airspace, you won't have time to pray. Top 2. B-2 Spirit. The enemy neither sees it nor detects it. But when the radars blink, nothing is left standing. The B-2 Spirit, also known as the Ghost Bomber, is one of the most lethal machines ever created by humankind. Its flying wing design, radar-absorbent materials, and ability to fly at extreme altitudes make it practically invisible to any air defense system. And the creepiest part? It can drop nuclear bombs without anyone even knowing it was there. This monster can travel more than 19,000 kilometers without refueling, reach any corner of the planet from U.S. territory, and deliver everything from laser-guided bombs to thermonuclear warheads of the latest generation. It is the Pentagon's ace up the sleeve. The final card that is rarely played, unless the aim is to erase a country from the map. Imagine an attack on Venezuela. The B-2 Spirit would be the first to cross Caribbean skies undetected. In minutes, it could destroy military bases, command bunkers, strategic radars, and runways with surgical precision. And by the time anyone looks up, it would already be thousands of kilometers away. Today, the B-2 remains unmatched. Its price is around $2 billion per unit, and only a handful of these beasts are active, guarded like relics. But make no mistake, they still fly, they still train, and they still wait. If a B-2 Spirit takes off, someone on Earth is about to vanish. Top 1. Trident II D-5 LE missiles. They wait, silent, in the ocean depths, and when they receive the order, it's already too late. The Trident II D-5 LE are not simple missiles. They are America's final card, the definitive nuclear response that turns any provocation into ashes. Launched from Ohio-class submarines, true underwater fortresses that can patrol for months in total stealth, they can carry up to 24 of these intercontinental missiles. Each missile can carry up to 12 independent nuclear warheads, programmed to strike different targets simultaneously. A single salvo of Trident missiles can erase an entire country from the map, literally. We are talking about missiles with a range greater than 12,000 kilometers, hypersonic speed, ballistic trajectories, and accuracy so brutal they can land within meters of a programmed target, even after re-entry through the atmosphere. If the United States decided to intervene with maximum force against Venezuela, it would not have to send troops or fighters. It would be enough for an Ohio-class submarine patrolling off the coast to launch a single Trident. What comes next would not be a war. It would be the end. The scariest part is that Tridents are not fiction or hypothetical plans. They are active, deployed on submarines already patrolling the oceans. We don't know where or when they might appear. All we know is this: once they come into play, there is no turning back. Because the Trident II D5 LE does not win wars. It ends them in seconds. And there you have it. The 7 real weapons that, if the United States chose to activate them, would bring Venezuela to its knees in a matter of minutes. We are not talking about empty threats or conspiracy theories. We are talking about proven, operational technology designed to strike with surgical precision while leaving no viable defense. Invisible bombers, 5th-generation fighters, sky-hunting drones, and missiles capable of vaporizing a nation without setting foot on it. The message is clear. If Washington ever intervenes, it will not be a war. It will be an execution. Now tell us, do you think Venezuela could resist an offensive like that? Or is everything already decided before the battle even begins? Leave your opinion in the comments, and if this video shocked you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next arsenal we uncover. This was TechZNX. Until next time.